Debate over expanding absentee voting is largely along political lines. Republicans warn that fraud would follow. KXAN political reporter John Engel has been digging into what the data says about election fraud in Texas.
Here at the Texas Supreme Court, justices temporarily put on hold an order that would allow all Texans to vote by mail, something Democrats have been pushing for far before COVID-19 and something Republicans have said will lead to widespread voter fraud. So is this about the pandemic or politics? President Trump tweeting there's no way mail-in ballots don't lead to fraud.
And unless it's reported or some other way detected, it's going to occur with no one knowing that it happened.
That's Hans with the Conservative Heritage Foundation. Their own database shows just 24 cases of voter fraud in Texas since 2015, and only 7 of those involved absentee ballots. Still, they're advocating for limiting mail-in votes.
Wisconsin successfully held an election in April. They had over 300,000 people voting in person. There's a medical report out, which you can easily find, in which experts say there was no spike in COVID-19 infections.
Maybe the operative word is spike there. Wisconsin public health officials say 71 people who voted in person or worked at the polls tested positive for COVID-19. It's unclear how many of those cases are because of the election.
Republicans only have a problem with vote by mail when they're afraid it might not benefit them. I didn't hear any Republican complaints about the 29% of Floridians that voted by mail in 2016.
Victoria Gonzalez of Austin is a Republican voter who told me she's not afraid of going to the polls, but wants the option to stay home.
I think as a whole for society and community, it's to have respect for how people feel as a whole. And that's avoid the virus, stay as healthy as possible right now, and essentially respect everyone's boundaries.
And as for the idea that a decision would impact one party over another, a Stanford University paper found neutral impact on both voter share and voter turnout in states that previously required in-person voting but moved to expand vote by mail. In Austin, John Engel, KXAN News.
Late this afternoon, the Texas Secretary of State released minimum health protocols for all voters. It asks voters to consider wearing cloth face coverings, but be prepared to remove or lower it if an election judge needs to verify your identity. It also suggests that voters exhibiting symptoms associated with COVID-19 request curbside voting when they arrive at a polling location. It also says voters should bring their own hand sanitizer and marking instruments, such as a pen, pencil, or stylus for checking in and marking ballots.